subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell icon. Thank you. Hello my wonderful people and welcome back to my channel. Finally, Ohanaeze reacts to Oyigbo incidents happening in Rivers State, saying that Oyigbo killings will threaten the southeast and the south-south ties. President General of Ohanaeze, Chief Nyangodo, and the group's former youth leader, Okechukwu Izuguzoro, yesterday said the continued massacre of innocent Igbo residents in Oyigbo, Rivers State, was a threat to Southeast, South-South relationship as they blamed the federal government, Governor Nyemsin Wike of Rivers State, and the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, for the violence that erupted in the area. Chief Ngodo, in his reaction to the unabated killing of the Igbos in Rivers State, disclosed that the governors of the Southeast have made arrangements to meet with Governor Wike on the matter. Ngodo, however, blamed the situation on the unguarded statements made by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, on the EndSARS protest in Nigeria, particularly in Rivers State. On the degenerating situation in Oyigbo, the President General said, Ohanaeze worldwide is seriously disturbed about the degenerating situation in Oyigbo, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, the misdemeanor of some rampaging youths on both South-South and Southeast origin, and inciting mindless and provocative statements made from abroad by the leader of IPOB, which inflamed passions on all sides, have landed us in a regrettable situation. Pictures on social media portray very inhuman and degenerating treatment melted out on innocent Igbos in Oyigbo. Ohanaeze regrets that the friendly and cordial relationship which existed between Igbos and our kith and kin in Rivers State is threatened by this development. So also is the threat to our solidarity with PANDEF and the entire people of the South-South region of Nigeria. We are in consultation with the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, Governor Dave Umahi, who has kindly volunteered to arrange a meeting between us, Igbo leaders, and the governor of Rivers State to arrest further drift of this dangerous situation. Innocent Igbos in Rivers State who are caught in between these sad developments and whose lives and livelihood are threatened by it are assured that help is on its way and that Igbo leaders will never abandon them. They blame federal government IPOB leader Wike for the outbreak of violence in Rivers State, Igbo youth said. In his statement yesterday, the former Ohanaeze youth leader Izuguzoro and the former Secretary General Okwu Nnabike reminded Governor Wike that there was a burning of police stations, courts, killing of military personnel and police officers, and destruction of public properties in other parts of the country, especially in major southeast cities like Aba, Nnewi, Abakaliki, Enugu, Onitsha, Owerri, but none of the governors of these states ordered military actions against their people. Wike, as Chief Security Officer of Rivers State, will surely account for the loss of lives and brutalities in Oyigbo in the near future, as international human rights groups and activists are gathering information and evidences of the genocidal violence escalating in Oyigbo, Rivers State. Ohanaeze youth vehemently opposed the 24-hour curfew placed on Oyigbo with heavy military actions and onslaughts against the people which have continuously abused their fundamental human rights in Oyigbo. The people have been denied access to food, adequate medical care, and water because the Rivers State government unleashed state machineries against IPOB over what we perceive as relationship gone sour between Governor Nyemsin Wike and IPOB leadership, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the youth leader said. They further said they had studied keenly the development and build-up of Oyigbo violence, especially the IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu's utterances, and claims that he worked and installed Wike as governor of Rivers State, which showed that IPOB activities and protests in Rivers State had been peaceful in the last 3 years. We had expected Governor Nyemsin Wike to respond to these allegations and claims of Nnamdi Kanu installing him as the Rivers State governor. He should be man enough to clear his name and explain why it took Rivers State government 3 years to proscribe the activities of IPOB in Rivers State, and hope it is not a case of relationship gone sour. Wike should emulate Asiri Dokubo and explain if there was any relationship with Nnamdi Kanu in the past and stop shifting responsibility. The youth leader also flagged Nnamdi Kanu for making inciting utterances which led to escalation of violence in the area. Nnamdi Kanu's EndSARS video and audio clips are enough evidence indicating him of inciting violence in Oyigbo, Rivers State, with unimaginable deaths and inhuman conditions that the people of the area now suffer. IPOB's placing of 100 million bounty on Governor Wike is a clear diversion from peaceful approach to self-determination and non-violent stance of Biafra agitation. Igbo youths hold both Wike and Kanu responsible for the violence escalating in Oyigbo, the youth leader stated. They further called for immediate ceasefire talks between Governor Nyemsin Wike and IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. There is established evidence that if both sides should stop this show of force, Ndi Igbo and indeed all Nigerians living in Oyigbo will breathe fresh air and normalcy will return immediately. We are confident that both sides will surely accept this plea of Igbo youth in the interest of peace. When two elephants fight, the grass suffers. When two friends fight, Oyigbo people suffer. Let there be suspension of military action in Oyigbo in the next 48 hours as we are engaging religious leaders, former presidents and heads of state to join the youth to pressurize both Governor Wike and Nnamdi Kanu for a peaceful resolution of the crisis, they stated. Earlier yesterday, Wike vowed that he never ordered the military to kill the Igbos in Oyigbo. It should be recalled that Governor Wike had countered the allegation against him, saying he never ordered the military to kill Igbos in Oyigbo, describing the allegation as Babadash and politically motivated. The governor has stated that the curfew imposed on Oyigbo was to restore calm in the area after members of the IPOB killed 6 soldiers, 4 policemen, and destroyed all the police stations and courts in the area. Wike, who gave the explanation on the live television program in Port Harcourt, argued the narrative that Igbo were being killed by the military is intended to shift attention from the despicable activities of IPOB in Oyigbo, which is a boundary area adjoining Abia State. He said, "I know that it is not the first time IPOB has used Oyigbo as launching ground. The security agencies are aware. IPOB added a new dimension this time. They killed 6 army officials and burnt 1. They killed 4 police officers. They destroyed all the police stations and court buildings. What offense did you commit as a state? I imposed curfew to restore calm. I proscribe IPOB activities anywhere in the state. Don't forget that the federal government had already declared them a terrorist group. It is not the entire Igbo that believe in IPOB activities. So it is not true that I ordered the military to kill Igbos in Oyigbo. When did I become a friend of the military? What about the Igbos living elsewhere in the state? Are they also being killed? I have no relationship with the army or police. I do not command them. They change commissioner of police every time. How will I begin to direct the army that I do not give instructions?" All right, my wonderful people, these and many more are the battle happening between the IPOB and Wike, the governor of Rivers State. And from the news we have today, it says that Ohanaeze have condemned the Oyigbo killings and saying that it threatens the southeast and the south-south ties. If I'm to say my own opinion, I think that this is this is true. How can this common exchange of words between Governor Wike and Nnamdi Kanu lead to this grave damage to the Igbo communities living in Oyigbo, Rivers State? I think I support what the Ohanaeze and the youth leaders are saying, that the whole problem started with Nnamdi Kanu and Wike's word. That the major cause, because instead of them to join the whole Nigerians in protesting the NSAS, they diverted the whole attention to the IPOB and carrying out their personal matters. I think the two of them should go and settle their personal beef and not use the people of Oyigbo to settle their personal beef. Alright, my wonderful people, you too can as well become part of this discussion by dropping your opinion and what you think at the comment section. Do subscribe to this channel. See you in my next video. Thank you.